going to is the Rat Rod Show over in Young Harris, Georgia. We're heading down 64 right now on our way to that. I'm going to hand out some flyers, shoot some video, and then later in the afternoon we're going up to Andrews for the Cruising for Kids show in Andrews, North Carolina. The 2 states, 2 car shows. Stick around, you see some cool stuff. Here we are at that show, the Rat Rod Rally in Young Harris, Georgia. This is Belt Mountain Auto. These guys do some really cool stuff. This is Lil Shop Truck that he's got. He does some really nice body and paint.
All right.
He's got some cool stuff. His other car's over here. I'll show you that one. It's his little sedan. He drag races this sucker. This is pretty wild. Tunnel ram small block. A hell of a chop on it. I like his safety glass, his security glass that he's got in there. And he's got a nice roll cage in there. Check out that headliner, all louvered. The swing-away steering, so you can get in there, kind of like like an old T-Bird. The guy's gusseted this here, gusseted down there. So this is built nice and safe and strong. He does make passes on the drag strip with it, and it's got a mean attitude for sure. 4-speed car, and a couple Hollies sitting on top of an aluminum-headed small block. Cheater slicks on the back with slot mags. This thing's just really cool. Muncie 4-speed in there. There's a nice tasteful pinstriping done on it. He's got some big old Ford taillights back there for safety. The Munster Maker. It's a cool one. Check out this one. Tunnel ram small block. Look at that frame. That's a pretty nice looking frame. Check that out. That's pretty wild.
While we ain't waiting on the internet to come back to life, you know, technology is such a great thing.
Pretty cool. Pretty solid body, too.
I have a DJ buddy that still spins 45 records, and he says he never has a problem.
Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. So here we are at the Rat Rod Show over here in Young Harris, Georgia. I like the caddy taillights and those bullets down there. Check that out. That's a neat thing. This is adjustable ride height, so you can get in and out at any level you want. Tunnel ram forward. Nice looking frame, drilled and sleeved on the frame. It's got some polished up spent rounds for the headlights as well, and the parking lights. Pretty cool theme on this one. Yeah, that's a pretty wild rat rod right there, man. The rat rods have really evolved quite a bit. This was a nice little truck too. It's got a nice stubby little look to it. You know, they go from anywhere from just ratty, wouldn't want to drive it kind of stuff to works of art. I tend to lean towards the works of art side of it.
Shutter. The rear kicked out as the tire started to spin, and I rolled on the gas with a sinister grin. Now you should have heard that engine roar. The crowd was cheering. They all wanted more. Now the tires blew smoke and the front end started to lift, and that's when I went for that second gear shift. Search for traction, and the steering wheel saw a lot of action. I was burning rubber, almost out of control. I had a counter steer to avoid a pole. I straightened it out and I gave it some more. I had the gas pedal pinned to the floor. Well, about the time I went for third, I looked back at the noise I heard. It was a cop and his lights were blinking. My mind was racing and I started thinking. Now we pulled on over to the roadside. The cop walked with the law on his side, and I said, "Officer, it's just my luck. My foot slipped off the clutch and the throttle got stuck."
Pontiacs and old Americans. Nice old international pickup truck. Check out how the hood opens. This will open like old Buicks did the same thing. They'd open one way and they'd come down and open the other way. Old Jeep 6-cylinder. Big old power wagon here.
I got dual carburetors on a big block mill. Expensive gas tank that I often fill.
A little bit of everything.
5 miles per gallon, that'll have to do.
Swamp cooler air conditioning.
Let me tell you.
Good chop on this one. Ford cab, small block Chevy sitting up way high. Plenty of oil paint clearance. Cutouts. Check this out. You got this fuel tank in the bed. You wouldn't want us pretty neat.
Big exhaust, so nasty and gnarly. Some say it's louder than a straight pipe poly. Solid front axle and a ladder bar rear. Straight line performance is what I'm talking here. Don't care about a fast and gonna turn. Hit the gas and the tires just burn. Light turns green, a car jump into action. Battery tires fighting for the traction. Car shoots like from a missile from smoke. Gas and blues, it ain't no joke. Solid front axle and a ladder bar rear. Straight line performance, what I'm talking here. Don't care how fast I'm gonna take a turn when I hit the gas and the tires burn. When I crossed the line at the end of the track, nearly gave officials a heart attack. Yelled at me in a fit of rage. Kicked off the track with no roll cage. Solid front axle and a ladder bar rear. Straight line performance is what I'm talking here. Don't care how fast I'm gonna take the turn. And I hit the gas and the tires burn.
Check out this Pontiac Le Mans. It's got the overhead cam 6. That's a neat little engine. They were a pretty good little powerhouse. And a nice solid car. Convertible too. Man, this would be a nice car to have. Just a little bit of rust on that rocker. Those big wheels look good on it. 66 Tempest out of South Carolina. Nice original paint car. Put a new top on it, nice set of wheels, and go cruising. That's a nice, affordable hot rod right there. Check out this big old tow truck. Got a tunnel ram big block in it, an old Diamond T cab.
How much you're outside with it. 2 to 3 times a year.
2 quick fuel carbs.
One quart is plenty enough to do it.
Yeah. On our way to the next show in a different car. We're taking the Basement Bird up to Andrews, check it out, and usually they do burnouts. I heard last year a truck caught on fire, burned to the ground, so I don't know if they're doing that or not this year. Someone told me they are, so we'll go find out, but we're on our way. Here we are, guys, at at the Andrews show. I heard news that this might be our last one up here, which I hope it's not, because it's a great little show. So we'll walk around. Some of the cars have already left, but there's probably, I bet, over 100 cars here today. We'll give you a close-up of some of these, so check it out. This is where the lawn chairs go. This is Danny Rich's G-Body. This is a nice clean car. These cars, I always like these cars. That's an 80 or 81, changed by the larger parking lights. And it's the coupe version. There's a little more slender post on it. Just a nice straight black paint job. It's got a good healthy engine in it. It sounds real nice when it's running. Look how pretty this Nova is. Big block, cowl hood, straight as an arrow. Whoo-wee. Nice seats, Z-gauge shifter. Man, those door panels are cool. Man, this is nice. A nice one. So here in Andrews, it's about a half hour north of Murphy, North Carolina, which is the farthest west corner of North Carolina, where it tucks into Tennessee and Georgia. But it's far enough where it draws some guys up from Georgia, parts of Tennessee, up from the city of Cherokee. So you get a lot of cool cars coming down from Cherokee, and like this Camaro here, this one here, I hope we can see it. I love the ghosted in tribal flames on it. Let's see, yeah, it's kind of picking up with the camera. See it only on the stripes. That looks really cool. Another big block car, Hugger Orange. It's one of my favorite colors. This is probably my favorite car here today. Stick shift car, 4-speed. This one comes down here quite a bit. I see him up at the Cherokee shows from time to time. Clean and straight, looks good. It's a one-eyed Ford. He must have busted his headlight out. A nice pinstriping on the fenders there. 46, 47, or 48. Little coupe. 1925 Dodge Brothers. Oh, restored to all original. He doesn't even drive it out on the road because he says he's got too much into it now. What's that thing? 98-year-old car. This is the extra long wheelbase one. It's 121-inch wheelbase, which Dodge started making to try to make the guys happy in Hollywood. Look at old wood wheels. The cowl shape's a little different than the Ford's, and the windshield mount's different than a Ford does. There it goes. He said it cruised about 40 miles an hour. He said uphill, downhill, doesn't matter. 40's all it's gonna do. Yeah, Chevy. And nice restored. The orange and black looks great. That's airbrushed on there. And even that's got some airbrushing in there. A nice job with it. Looked pretty stock from a distance, but you get up close to it and it's kind of been modified a little bit. Nice flame job on the valve cover. Very nicely detailed truck. This has got to be 47, I'm guessing. Look at that ostrich leather interior. All the trim's all nicely restored on the roof. That's what I need, is I need one of these for mine with a recess in it. I'll probably end up making one. But he ended up down here with his Model A. We saw him up at the Rat Rod show. Check out this Ford, man. This is really nice. Got coyote swap. That fills up under the hood pretty good, doesn't it? Nice big brake system in it. Really nicely done. That's probably a good way to go. If you need a pickup truck, you got one that you can drive all over the place and still look cool doing it. There's Chad's Suburban, Jan's Monty. Nice little square body. Look at this S10 here, kind of a bit of a sleeper. LS swap, carbureted. I'm willing to bet he's here for the burnout contest tonight, although his wheels are matching, so he might not be. These Camaros, all of a sudden, you don't see these as much as you used to. They used to be everywhere. Mary, check this thing out. BMW with a carburetor sticking up through the hood. Air cleaned, painted to match. LS swapped. You got everything all cut out. Look how far back you had to move that to get that in there. Let's check out the interior. Sunroof delete package. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is probably a pretty fun car to drive. stick shift, roll cage. Imagine you'd seen some drifting from time to time. Z28. Like how they tied the exterior colors into the interior. Yeah, that's pretty cool. My buddy had one of these when we were in high school, and it was upstate New York, so his was so rotted out he ran over his own seatbelt. Lucky for being down south, this one does not have to suffer the same things the northern cars do. That's a nice straight little car. Z28 package with the fender louvers and everything. Little flat fender. I love these old wheelies. They got barely enough leg room for a 4-year-old, but they're still really cool. Look how high this seat sits. This is like designed for parading. Imagine being in the back of that when they jump it off a dune in World War II.
Yeah, right. Out you go.
Yeah. This thing's kind of neat. Single seat. Like the old STP decal. 70 Chevelle SS 454 car. Fathom blue, white stripes. Bench seat automatic. You could do that with an SS. People didn't realize that, but you could. It's a 396 car, not a 454 car. Got the bumperettes, hood pins. Yeah, it's a pretty car. Every time I see one done up nice, it makes me miss my old one. Here's Reed's little rat rod pick 'em up truck, 55 Chevy first series, I'm sorry. Big block in it. It might be 54, but 54 and 55 first series had the same grille, a little bit of a curved windshield to it. And I like this one too. This is a nice little Model A. A 34 Ford pickup truck. Could be yours for $35,000. Man, good looking car. Pinstripe is nice on the hood. Very cool. That's one of the nicest C10s in the whole area right there. That thing's beautiful. Yeah, paint's on is perfect and everything. Check out this little shoebox. This was nice because it's the coupe. The regular two-door sedan, this roof came all the way back to about the trunk area, so this gives a much shorter roof. Still has a back seat and everything. It gives it a neat little tucked up look. Nice mild custom. I like the visor and everything. It'd be cool to drive it a little lower and chop the top about 3 inches. Guys, so I just found out that after they gave that little speech there, they're actually going to take these cars out and cruise them up through town. So we're going to try to get some of these guys as they're leaving, and when they come back from the cruise, I guess it warms up all the fluids enough to do their burnout contest. So, so a lot of these guys will take off, go cruising, come back in. Some of these other guys might be staying, but either way, it's getting a little loud with internal combustion around here, so it's a good thing. Good thing we got our visors and our sunglasses because that sun's right in our eyes. So Joe's giving me a lift into town. I'm going to jump out and do some filming, and then hopefully Joe's a good enough friend to pick me up to bring me back to the show so I don't have to hoof it all the way down there. We'll find out. This is a trust test. We'll see how it goes. Pretty quick. Hey, Scotty! There comes Chad with the big old bourbon, the blue burb. So Andrews is a beautiful little mountain town. It sits here in the valley of Cherokee County, and they got a lot of neat old shops here. This record store and everything's pretty cool. It's unfortunately they're closed today because hey, Reed. Hey, Susie, how are you? Susie and Reed about it, and unfortunately this is the last Cruise for Kids show that they're doing in Andrews after 16 years of doing this. A couple of the people that were involved with it either passed away, moved away, or are no longer involved with it, so they just don't have the help that they used to have, and unfortunately it's another long run show that's coming to an end. when you look at the averages, 16 years is a long time for a car show to be lasting. Sometimes it lasts a little longer than that, sometimes a little bit less. But this is one that this town's surely going to miss, and so are we. We're just waiting for these guys to come cruising back through so I can get a ride back to where I got to be. Here's Jimmy Hyde. This guy was instrumental in making this Cruise for Kids thing happen. There's Galen, Ronnie, Rocky. This is cool, man. This is like, I'm glad these guys are doing Yep, he'll be in the burnout contest. Little solstice. I have one of those. And here comes Joe. There goes Joe. So maybe I won't get my ride. Well, I guess we're not going to the old folks home. We're just going to the old West End Plaza and turning around.
Oh, look who's behind! Look who's behind us.
Chad.
Oh! Whoa!
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Little supercharged LS power.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Nice.
I think it was so quiet when he got on. We heard the supercharging.
Everybody's all jacked up.
Yeah, it's the last one. Everyone's like, screw it, we're gonna get in trouble tonight.
Yep.
If we get pulled over, I'll play it back in slow motion so it doesn't look like you were going fast.
Please.
Okay.
This thing gets along pretty good for a little small block.
Yeah. Healthy little 350 in it. It goes at 57, man. That thing's nice.
That is nice.
Cool. This is the mayor. So that was a pretty stock Camaro, but this one here, this is Rock Roberts. He's, this thing's a 10-second car, so this one should be pretty good. A little bit more. There you go. Gotta move over this way. So now we got the mayor riding shotgun in his own car, and he's got a carload of people getting ready to leave.
On the shutter. The rear kicked out as the tire started to spin, and I rolled on the gas with a sinister grin. Now you should have heard that engine roar. The crowd was cheering. They all wanted more. Some more at the gas pedal, pinned to the floor. Well, about the time I went to third, I looked back at the noise I heard. There was a cop and his lights were blinking. My mind was racing and I started thinking. Now we pulled on over to the roadside. The cop walked to the law on his side and I said, "Oh, this is just my luck." I signaled to Pedestrian and threaded out stuff.
I would say this is the sleeper of the night here. It's going to be probably hazing the eyes. And look at that. Here comes Joe. I knew we'd get Joe in here.